Hey guys, I'm Ashlyn, and I lived with my mom and 2 siblings in Atlanta. And I have superpowers. Hang on to see why. My mom was a famous businesswoman in the city. She was from a filthy rich family and considered herself royalty. She carried herself like a queen and made sure my siblings and I behaved that way too. From the way we spoke, dressed, or even our posture, everything needed to be perfect. But because of my superpower, I couldn't get anything right.
Mom, I'm sorry. I was just squeezing the ketchup. I didn't know how it ended up in your face. It's not my fault. He threw the ball at me first. He ducked and it shattered the window.
Yep, being the clumsiest person on earth was my superpower. Sometimes, I even felt if I was bubble wrapped and kept in a corner, I would still end up breaking things. My siblings used to bet on how many times I'd trip over myself or drop something. Like once at the dinner table, I got the hiccups and they started giggling. Just wait, she'll break the glass.
No, I think she'll break the glass and the jug.
And sure enough, my sister won. But in the process, Mom was drenched in water.
It's okay, Mom. It's just water. Let me help you dry this.
I'll bring a fan. Oh, the fan isn't here. Okay, that napkin will work. When I pulled the napkin, it dropped the candle stand on the table mat, and in seconds it started burning. I quickly put out the fire with the curry. Oh, phew. Hiccup's gone and the fire's out. All good now. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. Oh. Just stop it, Ashlyn. How could you be so careless? Every time you're around, it feels like a disaster is waiting to happen. Always finding ways to ruin everything in my life. Such bad luck. It's like you're a curse in my life.
But Mom, it's not like I did it on purpose.
Just get out and let me have my dinner in peace. And all of you are fired. Mom's words really hurt me every time. But thank God I had Annie, who was my nanny, but she was so much more to me. She tucked me in bed, told me stories, and hugged me. Things my mom never did. I shared everything with Annie, and when she saw me crying, she asked me what was wrong.
Annie, Mom's always angry with me. She doesn't like me. I don't know why things themselves fall even when I don't touch them.
Oh dear, don't cry. You know you have superpowers, so things just move around. It's not your fault. And don't worry about your mom. She loves you. Just be a little more careful. Yeah, I know. Annie tried her best to make me happy and told me how Mom was just overworked, but actually loved me loads. But Annie didn't know that years ago, I had found out the reason Mom resented me so much. It was because Dad had left her for a maid working at our place just 2 days after I was born. And since that day, Mom saw me as her bad luck. I tried not to let it get to me and focused on my studies, but I wasn't very good at that either. But still, I tried. I really wanted to win Mom's love because seeing her with my siblings made me feel like I wasn't even a part of the family. One time, when I was around 17 and on summer vacation, Mom had a launch party for her new business. Please, just spare me the embarrassment and stay in your room. Order pizza, watch MSA videos. Just don't ruin my party. Mom was always keeping me away from the fun things she did, and I was curious, so I decided it would be fun to just peek at the party. The moment I saw the guests dancing, I decided to join them, and it was then that I tripped and fell on a table. Mom was furious. Before she could even say something, Annie came running and started to clean the mess I had made. You ruined! Ma'am, I got it. Please, don't be angry at Ashlyn. Mom forced a smile and I thought she'd let the matter go. But I couldn't have been more wrong. When I woke up the next morning, I learned from the other servants that Annie was fired. Mom could call me bad luck and whatnot all she wanted. But firing Annie? That was the limit. Mom, that's not fair. It was my mistake. Why did you fire Annie? She was the only one that cared about me in this big house of yours. What? She was just a maid. It was her job to take care of the house and you. I can't take it anymore. You're heartless. I won't live here a minute longer. You want to leave? Fine. One day out in the real world, you'll realize how much you take for granted. I want to see you try. You're not serious. In fact, I am. I left the house in a haze and found myself standing at Annie's door. When she saw me, she was worried and tried to send me back, saying how mad my mother would be. But I was determined, and eventually, she invited me into her small house. Have a seat. You must be hungry.